So ever since I was diagnosed with auto-brewery syndrome, I've had family, friends, like people tell me all the time, I should write a book, somebody should make a movie about you. Well, I started making diary entries when I was going through this whole process, when I was diagnosed, when I was fighting felony charges and prison time. There was a grand jury, all these things. I was just fighting for my life, fighting to keep my family. When I said I lost my family, I meant for 3 years I did lose my family. My wife and 2 children. My daughter was 8, my son was 5 at the time. They were living in New York and Long Island with her parents. I was living in Bonita Springs, Florida with my parents, trying to start a new career. So I started making diary entries, and that's kind of what I wanted to do. I want to go through some of these diary entries that I started writing, and then honestly, probably what I want to do is kind of continue that, write my book, maybe finish my book, and I appreciate everybody listening, and maybe you'll be along for the ride, and I'll get this finished. So running on empty was an entry I put into my diary. I've always been a runner. During the pandemic, with all the stress, I started running like 10 miles a day, which was too much. So then I started running 5 miles a day, and I do every quarter mile, I do 50 push-ups. So when I was done with my run, it was 5 miles completed, 1,000 push-ups down. So I'm going to kind of read a little bit from my entry, and we'll go from there. So running on empty. Running on empty. As I get ready, I'm already reflecting. As I put on my AirPods, I begin to stretch and get ready for my daily jog. I can't help but begin to reflect on my current state of my life. It's about 2:30 p.m. and my workday is already complete. Working the 3 a.m. shift in a new career has me home by 1 p.m. I've already done 500 push-ups. I'm halfway to my goal of 1,000 a day, but it's never enough to let out the remaining stress that has built up in my body from the events of the past several years. It's never enough. It's one of the best times of my day and one of the toughest. My body's tired from work, but I'm anxious. Exercise is part of my daily checklist. Until it's completed, I'm anxious. I need to get these 5 miles completed. It's always on my mind. Once completed, my mind is free to accomplish the rest of my daily tasks. Individuals that run do it for a variety of reasons. Some run because they want to lose weight, improve their health, compete in races, or try something new. Whatever your reason is for running, you'll experience many physical, mental, and emotional benefits and rewards. Some hate running and they do it anyway because they think that they have to in order to achieve the results that they're looking for. I love it on most days. Some days are easy, but other days you have to work at it. I'm 39 years old, or I was at the time. I'm 43 now. Some days I run and I feel 25. Others days I feel 45. But regardless, I'm going to get my run in. Such is life. I don't run to lose weight or to look better. I run to reduce stress and to be a healthier version of myself. I run to remember. I run to forget. I run to reflect. I run for cardiovascular fitness reasons. I'm a father and a husband, and I want to be around for them as long as possible. To be as healthy as you possibly can for as long as you can. You only get one shot, one life, one body. Do what you can with what you got and what you've been given. One day you won't be able to do it anymore. Whatever that it may be and whenever it may be, do it as long as you can. It's like the movie Moneyball. We're all told at some point in life that we can no longer play the children's game. We just don't know when that's going to be. Some of us are told at 18, some of us are told at 40, but we're all told. The same applies to what your body can do and how long you can do it. I need to be aware of how much I run. In 2019, due to stress and my new 0 carb, 0 sugar diet and running 5+ miles a day, sometimes 10, I was down to 138 pounds, which scared me at the time since I weighed 180 pounds just 6 months earlier. I haven't weighed less than 140 pounds since middle school. At 38, I'm in the best shape of my life physically. Mentally is a separate issue, but running on empty is getting me there, 1/4 mile at a time. Sorry, it's not easy to talk about this. This is the first time I've read this since I wrote it, so it does bring up bad memories, so just bear with me. Running on empty doesn't mean I don't have the energy or the drive to complete the workout. Part of my life is empty, and I think about it daily, mostly on my runs. I think about my wife Gina and my children Giovanna and Marco, who are living in Long Island, New York, while I'm living in Bonita Springs, Florida. My family is living with my in-laws, and I'm living with my own parents. After a 15-year career as a teacher, coach, and athletic director in New York and New Jersey, I'm no longer in education, no longer living in New Jersey, no longer have a home of my own, and no longer have my family with me. So in essence, running on empty just means there's a part of me that's missing. And because it's my family, it's a very big part. The stress I feel from being away from them puts a large amount of strain on me. And since I'm getting older, I feel that exercise is the best way to deal with the stress. We're not apart because we want to be. We're apart because we currently have to be. Circumstances out of our control have led us down this path into our current position. I've been living as a long-distance husband and father for the past 3 years while my children are growing up without me. We don't live apart because we choose to. We've been forced to into this situation, and we're doing the best we can to move forward as a family, even if it's a 3-hour plane ride away. As I run, I reflect, I remember the things that I want to remember and the things I want to forget, and the things I thought I had forgotten. They get remembered every time. It makes my run easier. I think about chapter 1 of my life and before I know it, I'm 2 miles down. By the time I hit the next chapter in my life, I'm 5 miles down. I put a bookmark in my book for tomorrow. As I finish my run and I'm reflecting period, I stop by the pool to get some water before I head home to do some real estate. I'm working remotely on a real estate team, and I'm also working on my letter to the grand jury. It's now 3:30 p.m. and I only have 2 hours before bed. These days I'm not working the hours of an elementary physical education teacher, high school teacher, or athletic director, but I'm working 3 a.m. to 12 p.m., sometimes 1 a.m. to 10 a.m. I need 8 hours of sleep, so 3:45 or 5:45 is bedtime for me, depending on my work schedule. I open up my MacBook, check my real estate database, and start making calls, sending texts, emailing potential leads looking to buy or sell homes. Just a moment ago, I mentioned the grand jury. Yes, I'm a little jammed up right now at the moment in the legal system, fighting for my life. Pending felony charges and facing prison time has got me more than a little jammed up. No more work in New York for a pending felon, especially in education. I booked a one-way ticket to Florida in March 2020 and never looked back. The only time I look back is to visit my wife and kids. We will be together sometime soon, I promise. After real estate and some grand jury editing notes, I have about 45 minutes left in my day. Just enough time to eat some dinner, call or FaceTime with my family, take some melatonin, take the last of my 40 daily pills and supplements that are prescribed to me by a nutritionist, blow into my breathalyzer, and go to bed. I carry a breathalyzer everywhere I go. I have a voluntary breathalyzer in my car and a handheld in my backpack at all times. I will get back to that later. I just want to apologize. It's not easy to talk about these things, and I haven't in a while. So if I'm having trouble getting through the information, that's really the only reason. Making these videos has been helpful to me. I appreciate everyone for listening. Even if I have nobody listening, it's helpful to me. So thank you. My next post, I'll read the grand jury statement that I created little by little over time. I'll go to my next diary entry and we'll go from there. It's going to take some time to tell my whole story, but bear with me, and I appreciate everybody for following and listening. Thank you.